Hello and welcome to The Real Film. We are here to provide you with a list of the top 10 classic crime movies of all time. Now let's start the video. Number 10. The Untouchables. The Untouchables is a crime film directed by Brian De Palma and released in 1987. The film is set in 1930 Chicago and follows Elliot Ness, a federal agent tasked with bringing down the notorious gangster Al Capone. Ness assembles a small, elite team of law enforcement agents, dubbed the Untouchables, to assist him in the mission. The team includes veteran beat cop Jim Malone, sharpshooting rookie officer Oscar Wallace, and clever accountant Oscar Stone. The film follows Ness and the Untouchables as they try to take down Capone's criminal empire, using unconventional and often violent tactics. They face numerous challenges, including corruption within the police department and Capone's vast network of loyal henchmen. The film culminates in a dramatic showdown on the courthouse steps, where Ness and the Untouchables finally succeed in bringing Capone to justice. The Untouchables was a commercial and critical success upon its release, and it has since become a classic of the crime genre. It features strong performances from Kevin Costner as Ness, Sean Connery as Malone, and Robert De Niro as Capone. Number 9. Heat. Heat is a crime movie released in 1995, directed by Michael Mann and starring Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. The movie follows a group of professional bank robbers, led by Neil McCauley, De Niro, as they plan and execute a series of high-stakes heists. Meanwhile, Vincent Hanna, Pacino, a veteran detective, is tasked with bringing the thieves to justice. As the two men engage in a cat-and-mouse game, they begin to develop a grudging respect for one another. Ultimately, however, their opposing allegiances and conflicting personal code of ethics lead to a dramatic showdown. Heat is known for its intense action scenes and its depiction of the psychological toll that the criminal lifestyle can take on those who lead it. Number 8. The Silence of the Lamb. The Silence of the Lambs is a crime thriller film released in 1991, directed by Jonathan Demme and starring Jodie Foster as FBI trainee Clarice Starling, and Anthony Hopkins as Dr. Hannibal Lecter, a brilliant psychiatrist and cannibalistic serial killer. The film follows Starling as she seeks the help of Lecter to catch another serial killer, Buffalo Bill, who skins his female victims. As she tries to gain Lecter's trust and help, she is drawn into a harrowing journey through the killer's twisted mind. The Silence of the Lambs was a critical and commercial success and won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Actor for Hopkins and Best Actress for Foster. Number 7. The Departed. The Departed is a crime film directed by Martin Scorsese and released in 2006. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, and Jack Nicholson. The film is set in Boston and follows the story of two men, one a cop and the other a criminal, who are both trying to infiltrate the other's organization. DiCaprio plays Billy Costigan, a police officer who goes undercover in the Irish-American mob run by Nicholson's character, Frank Costello. Damon plays Colin Sullivan, a criminal who has infiltrated the police department and is reporting back to Costello. As the two men try to uncover each other's identities, the tension and danger escalate. The film was a commercial and critical success and won 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director for Scorsese. Number 6. Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is a 1994 American crime movie written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. The movie is known for its non-linear narrative structure, which intertwines 3 stories that revolve around the Los Angeles criminal underworld. The movie follows hitman Vincent Vega, John Travolta, and Jules Winfield, Samuel L. Jackson, as they go about their work for their boss, gangster Marcellus Wallace, Ving Rhames. The first story follows Vincent and Jules as they try to retrieve a suitcase for Wallace after it is stolen by a group of young hoodlums. In the second story, Vincent takes Mia Wallace, Uma Thurman, Wallace's wife, out for a night on the town, while the third story centers on the misadventures of a small-time boxer, Butch Coolidge, Bruce Willis. Pulp Fiction was a critical and commercial success upon its release, and it has since become a cult classic. The movie was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and won the award for Best Original Screenplay. Number 5. The Sopranos. The Sopranos is an American crime drama television series created by David Chase that aired on HBO from 1999 to 2007. The show follows the life of Tony Soprano, a New Jersey-based Italian-American mobster, as he tries to balance the demands of his home life and criminal organization. The series also focuses on Tony's relationship with his family, including his wife Carmela and his children Meadow and Anthony Jr., as well as his relationships with his colleagues and rivals within the criminal underworld. The Sopranos was a commercial and critical success and has been recognized as one of the greatest television series of all time. Number 4. The Godfather, Part 2. The Godfather, Part 2 is a crime movie directed by Francis Ford Coppola and released in 1974. It is a sequel to the 1972 film The Godfather and features a dual narrative structure that follows both the continuing story of the Corleone crime family and a series of flashbacks depicting the early life of the character Vito Corleone. In the present-day narrative, Michael Corleone, the new boss of the family, expands the family's criminal empire while also trying to keep his enemies at bay. In the flashbacks, we see Vito Corleone's rise to power in New York City, including his involvement in organized crime and his eventual ascension to the position of Godfather. The Godfather, Part 2 was a critical and commercial success, and won 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director for Coppola. The film's cast includes Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Robert Duvall, Diane Keaton, and Talia Shire. Number 3. The Shawshank Redemption. The Shawshank Redemption is a 1994 crime drama film written and directed by Frank Darabont, starring Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. The film is based on a novella by Stephen King and tells the story of Andy Dufresne, a young and successful banker who is wrongfully convicted of murder and sent to Shawshank State Penitentiary. While in prison, Andy befriends Ellis Boyce, a former inmate and career criminal, and the two men work together to help each other survive the harsh realities of prison life. As the years pass, Andy becomes a model prisoner and uses his financial expertise to help the warden and guards launder money. However, Andy's real goal is to eventually escape from Shawshank and prove his innocence. The film received critical acclaim and was a commercial success, earning 7 Academy Award nominations. Number 2. Goodfellas. Goodfellas is a crime movie directed by Martin Scorsese and released in 1990. The film is based on the true story of Henry Hill, a member of the Lucchese crime family in New York City. It follows Hill's life in the Mafia from the 1950s to the 1980s, including his involvement in organized crime and his relationships with other mobsters, such as Jimmy Conway and Tommy DeVito. The movie features an all-star cast, including Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci, who give powerful performances as Hill, Conway, and DeVito, respectively. The film is known for its stylish direction, fast-paced editing, and memorable dialogue. One of the standout scenes in Goodfellas is the Copacabana scene, in which Hill and his associates plan and execute a hit on a rival gangster at the famous nightclub. The scene is notable for its long, continuous shot that follows Hill and his crew as they make their way through the club, highlighting the character's cool demeanor and control. Overall, Goodfellas is a classic crime movie that has influenced many other films in the genre. Its memorable characters, intense action, and stylistic flourishes have made it a fan favorite and a must-see for any fan of cinema. Number 1. The Godfather. The Godfather is a classic crime movie that was released in 1972 and directed by Francis Ford Coppola. The film stars Marlon Brando as the head of a powerful mafia family, Vito Corleone, and follows his life as he tries to maintain his power and protect his family. The Godfather was a critical and commercial success upon its release, and it remains one of the most highly regarded films in cinematic history. Brando's performance as Vito Corleone is particularly noteworthy, and he won an Academy Award for Best Actor for his portrayal of the character. The film's screenplay, written by Coppola and Mario Puzo, is based on Puzo's novel of the same name, which was published in 1969. The Godfather is known for its iconic dialogue, memorable characters, and its depiction of the inner workings of a mafia family. One of the strengths of The Godfather is its stellar cast, which includes Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, James Caan, and Diane Keaton. The performances of these actors help to bring the characters to life and make the film a truly immersive experience. Another aspect of the film that makes it stand out is its attention to detail and realism. The Godfather is a realistic portrayal of the mafia and the world that it operates in, and the filmmakers went to great lengths to ensure that the film was as authentic as possible. Overall, The Godfather is a classic crime movie that is essential viewing for fans of the genre. Its excellent cast, compelling story, and attention to detail make it a film that continues to stand the test of time. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video, and do subscribe to our channel and see more videos related to all-time great classic video suggestions.